Right.
It's got. I mean, you're doing this for your kids, right?
Right, of course.
That's is because you have children that you're doing this. Because if you didn't have kids, you think you'd still be doing it?
Actually, I would. I know that I would.
You would.
Yeah. Just because this is not somebody that just anybody can do. So I feel like if you're equipped to do it and, you know, your mental is strong enough for you to do it and you actually willingly want to do it, why would you not? Like, this is the perfect way to get you ahead of life. Like, this is a perfect way to bring you freedom when it comes to time, when it comes to so many other things. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time stopping this to go work at
A 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening. And plus, I can't even work a 9 to 5. I homeschool my boys, and so there's not even no room for that. Like, the reason why I homeschool them too is because I just don't want my children's upbringing in the hands of somebody else, especially people that I don't know. And I feel like nowadays, just the things that they're even teaching our kids in school, you know, you have other kids who don't have the same proper upbringing as your kids. So, you know, throw them in the mix of 100+ kids that you don't know how they're being brought up. You don't know, you know, what they're teaching your kids. I can't do it. So I told myself if I had to sacrifice these years of them being young in order to, make sure that, you know, they get the proper education that I want them to get, then I'm gonna do that, even if it requires me like having to do this type of work.
How about your mental health? How are you affected emotionally from this?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I get depressed sometimes. I do. But I would say it's because I just have to leave my kids. Like, nobody wants to be out at 2 a.m. and like, even though I know that they're safe and I know like their dad and I, that's another thing I'm grateful for. Their dad and I have such a great relationship that when I'm away, I can leave, you know, in peace and just be good. But at the same time, like, who wants to be out on a date rather than at home with their kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the part that gets me depressed sometimes. But then, you know, I have their dad too. Like, he knows what I do. I'm always on the phone with him too, like, just talking to him, letting him know what I have going on over here and what I'm up to, what I'm doing, this and that. And he does a really good job at being there for me and just, you know, reminding me that this is just temporary and, you know, I'm just doing what I have to do. And, you know, he keeps me strong and I'm very thankful for that. My friends do too. Like, I only have really 2 close friends that really know about my lifestyle, like exactly how it is. And they help me a lot too. So I'm very grateful for my support system.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Chantal, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
Most important lesson that I've learned in my life would be probably just to, you know, always be your true, authentic self with everything, like every aspect and area of your life, whether, you know, society